On March 4th, 2025, Danielle Bregoli, known to the world as Bhad Bhabie, sat down for a live stream that would once again set the internet on fire. It wasn't a rap feud or a viral outburst this time, it was a cold, hard look at her bank account. During a broadcast with the YouTuber DDG, Danielle dropped a financial bombshell that left viewers stunned. Her total net earnings on the blue side had surpassed $75 million. The headline spread like wildfire, confirming what many had suspected but few could comprehend. The girl who became a meme on a talk show stage at 13 had successfully pivoted into becoming the most financially successful creator in the history of the adult content industry. The narrative pushed by her team was one of ultimate triumph, a young woman who beat the system and secured a generational fortune before her 22nd birthday. But as the numbers began to circulate, so did the questions. Was that $75 million truly net? Or was it a carefully crafted PR figure? Who was actually doing the work to generate that much revenue every single month? And perhaps most importantly, what is the professional and personal cost of being the face of a $75 million industrial machine? Today, we are pulling back the velvet rope to look at the financial receipts, the agency involvement, and the massive risks that come with this level of public disclosure. We're going to answer three major questions. First, how does the math of $75 million actually break down after everyone else takes their cut? Second, what is the reality of the chatter economy that Danielle relies on to keep her account in the top 0.01%? And third, why is this level of wealth disclosure becoming a dangerous new trend for creators in 2026? To understand how Danielle reached this astronomical figure, we have to look at the secret engine of her operation, the agency model. In this industry, a creator at the level of Bhad Bhabie is not just a person, she is a high-volume retail outlet. According to industry insiders and reports on management collectives like those discussed in early 2025, accounts earning millions per month are almost never managed by the creator alone. They are run by what is known as the chatter industrial complex. When Danielle claims to have made $1 million in her first 6 hours on the platform back in 2021, she was setting a pace that no human being could maintain. Per the class action lawsuits filed in California in April 2025 and again in January 2026, many top-tier creators employ agencies that hire hundreds of professional chatters to impersonate the creator in direct messages. These workers are often based in lower-cost labor markets and are trained to use specific scripts to build emotional connections with fans. When a subscriber spends $50 or $100 for a private conversation with Danielle, they aren't allegedly talking to the rapper herself, they are talking to a trained sales agent whose only goal is to maximize the transaction. This hidden labor force is what allows an account to stay active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For Danielle to reach $75 million, she had to have a team that never sleeps. The reality of the industry is that the intimacy being sold is a mass-produced product, manufactured in shifts by people the fans will never see. Now, we have to address the most shocking part of this entire story, the $75 million math. When Danielle showed those figures on the DDG stream in March 2025, the internet accepted the net label at face value. However, in the business of spicy content, the word net is often used loosely for PR purposes. Per financial analysts who audit influencer earnings, we have to look at the hidden deductions that the headlines ignore. First, the platform itself takes a mandatory 20% cut of every single dollar. That immediately turns $75 million into $60 million. But that is only the beginning. High-level agencies, like the ones Danielle has been associated with since her debut, typically take a management fee ranging from 20 to 35% of the remaining revenue. If her agency takes a standard 25%, another $15 million disappears before she ever sees a check. Then we have the reality of being a high earner in the United States. According to tax experts specializing in the creator economy in 2025, individuals making this level of income income are subject to the highest federal and state tax brackets, which can easily exceed 45% of their take-home pay. By the time you subtract the platform fees, the agency commissions, and the taxman, a $75 million net starts to look much more like $30 or $35 million in actual liquid wealth. While $30 million is an incredible achievement, the discrepancy shows how the industry uses inflated gross numbers to maintain a sense of prestige and to recruit new creators into the funnel. Danielle isn't just a girl with a bank account. She is a corporate entity with massive overhead and a diminishing slice of her own revenue. This brings us to the expectation versus reality of her 2025 and 26 pivot. Throughout the last year, Danielle has been vocal about her desire to be seen as a serious businesswoman. She has invested in real estate and has been seen moving into more mainstream entrepreneurial ventures. However, the industry has a way of trapping its most successful stars. Per an industry report from January 2026, creators who reach the Titan level of the blue site often find it impossible to leave. The overhead costs of maintaining their lifestyles, the security, the staff, the luxury properties, require a constant, massive stream of income that traditional influencer work simply cannot provide. Danielle's reveal of the $75 million was seen by many as a flex, but according to marketing analysts, it was likely a strategic move to maintain relevance as her viral fame began to plateau. By putting a massive number on her brand, she ensures that she remains the gold standard of the industry, even as newer creators emerge. But there's a mistake in this strategy that many are now pointing out: the target it places on her back. According to a harrowing report from March 19, 2025, just weeks after Danielle's reveal, fellow top-tier creator Amouranth was the victim of a violent home invasion and armed robbery. The suspects specifically demanded access to her cryptocurrency accounts, which she had recently bragged about on social media as being worth over $20 million. The Houston Police Department confirmed that the suspects were likely motivated by her public financial disclosures. This is the dark reality of the flex culture in the adult industry. When creators like Danielle reveal exactly how many millions they have in the bank, they aren't just celebrating their success, they are providing a roadmap for criminals. Per a 2016 security analysis for high-profile influencers, the trend of revealing earnings receipts has led to a 300% increase in targeted physical and digital attacks on creators. The mistake of disclosure is becoming a life-altering reality. Danielle may have the $75 million, but she also now has to live with the reality of needing 24-hour private security and the constant threat of being targeted by those who see her bank account as a shortcut to their own wealth. The industry is no longer just about content, it is about survival in a digital age where every dollar you earn is a potential liability. Furthermore, we must look at the bait-and-switch controversy that began to plague the industry in early 2026. A massive class action lawsuit filed on January 27, 2026, alleges that platforms and their top creators are misleading fans through deceptive subscription models. The lawsuit claims that fans are lured in with a monthly fee, only to find that the real content is locked behind hundreds of dollars in pay-per-view fees. For a creator like Danielle, whose brand is built on being real and unfiltered, this industrial-scale upselling creates a massive rift with her audience. Per social media sentiment analysis from late 2025, fans are becoming increasingly frustrated with what they call the agency script. They can tell when they are being messaged by a bot or a professional chatter, and the magic of the personal connection is fading. The reality is that Danielle's $75 million was built on a model of aggressive, automated sales that many fans are now beginning to reject. As we move through 2026, the industry is facing a trust recession. The creators who will survive are the ones who can find a way to return to genuine authenticity. But for someone locked into a $75 million agency machine, that return to realness may be impossible. The final layer of the Bhad Bhabie saga is the professional cost of the pivot. In her 2025 interview with DBG, Danielle admitted that she gets mad when people only see her for her blue site success. But the reality of the market is unforgiving. Once a creator becomes the face of $75 million in spicy content, the mainstream doors often close for good. Per talent agency reports from January 2026, the stigma gap has not closed as much as the industry would like to believe. While the money is life-changing, it acts as a permanent barrier to traditional acting, high-end fashion deals, and family-friendly brand partnerships. Danielle has traded her long-term mainstream potential for an immediate massive payout. It's a trade many would make, but the reality is that she is now a prisoner of her own success. She has to keep the machine running to pay for the security that her success necessitates. She is the ultimate example of the golden cage of the adult industry. In conclusion, the $75 million story of Bhad Bhabie is not a simple tale of getting rich. It is a look at a highly sophisticated, agency-driven industrial operation that has turned a viral meme into a corporate giant. The numbers you see in the headlines are gross figures that ignore the massive cuts taken by agencies, the platform, and the government.
The messages you see in the DMs are often the work of an anonymous labor force working in shifts, and the flex you see on social media is a dangerous game that has already led to violent consequences for those at the top. Danielle played the game better than almost anyone, but the receipts show that the cost of winning is much higher than anyone admits. To see the full breakdown of how these agencies are taking over the industry and why your favorite creators are faking their personal connections, you need to check out our Velvet Rope Industry Secrets playlist. It is the only way to understand the reality behind the millions and the secrets the industry is desperate to keep hidden.